education lang yung available na course. One of the available course din sa aming probinsya. Kaya eto, I took up education. Pangalawa, yun ang scholarship at the time. So, yun ang kinuha ko, education. But there are other courses like commerce. Yun lang pala, commerce lang. The other mga 2-year courses lang. So, between commerce and education, I chose education because it's the available course and scholarship. Mahirap yung tanong na yun, ano? Kasi depende kung paano sila ma-inspire. Basta gawin ko lang yung sa tingin ko, dapat. Importante, masaya sila, natutuwa sila. Saka, alam ko, dapat medyo makuha mo yung loob ng mga estudyante. Maintindihan mo kung nasan sila. Kaya purely academics, baka mabore sila. Kaya, maganda naman yung subject kasi, theology. Kaya, somewhat makaka-relate sila dapat. Marami, mag-ayos ng damit, tumitingin sa salamin, tapos, tinitingnan ko muna yung mga notes. Pero, yung iba, instead na sa notes, kasi buhay ko eh, kaya tinitingnan ko na lang, nagre-reflect muna. Depende rin sa klase eh. May mga klase na mas kinanda mo, pero hindi sila handa. So, we meet in between. So, it's not my preparation, it's the preparation also of the students. So, kung gaano sila kahanda, ganun din. So, it's a cooperation, collaboration between the teacher and the students. Pagsasamit ng requirements, problema namin lahat yun. Pag-compute ng grades, kasi although naka-base tayo dun sa actual results ng kanilang exams, gamitan mo pa rin yung kahit pa paano tignan mo muna kung hindi lamang yung numbers, pero look at the students. So, yun medyo subjective kahit pa paano ng konti. So, mahirap na tinitignan mo na mababa yung grade ng estudyante kasi tingin lang yung further opinion. So, yun yung medyo mahirap sa pagtutulog. Buhay kasi nila yung parang it will create difference the moment na makita mo yung evaluation mo sa kanila eh. Umasa kami na sana tama yung binibigyan ng evaluation. Kasi baka makasira yun sa kanila. So yun ang aming prayer, sana tama. Okay.
It's not a matter of choice. It was given. Well, make the lessons easy and understandable, and allow students to ask questions. Well, I don't go to class without basically being prepared. I normally usually do it with PowerPoint presentation so that it can be well understood. Well, that's a good question. First, you have to, like, if you have a problem, first you have to check first whether they know exactly the answer. If not, maybe spend a few minutes to rethink what must be the problem, what causes the problem, and then find the solution.
Because that's the only thing I've ever wanted since a child. I've always wanted to be a teacher. That's not showbiz. I came from a family of teachers. We saw the value. I suppose I've always loved learning. My parents made sure that I prioritize my studies. I always enjoyed learning new things and passing it on to others. So for me, there was really no other career path. It was always just teaching. I think you'd have to ask them. I make an effort to have a variety of strategies, but it doesn't always work because the courses that I teach are content heavy. So normally that requires me to be a lecturer and not so much a facilitator, which a lot of education theorists would advocate. So normally I hope that I motivate them through a conversational style. I think I've been appreciated for that because of evaluation comments in the past years. I've been teaching for 6, that they appreciate my style of just speaking to them as if we're just having a dialogue. So I kind of like my style is really to just bring down that wall of distance between me and the students, because I think that students learn best when they like the environment in the classroom, if they feel that the teacher isn't a threat. So, and I use a lot of PowerPoint for my presentations because I know that students are visual learners. Variety of class activities would normally just be panel discussions, but also we do in class. So I scare them a little bit sometimes with recitation, not that they could have anything about it. And presentation, so motivation would be to just probably, teacher is the best visual aid, so I hope I do that. It needs to be, there has to be extensive preparation on the teacher's part, and there has to be, if materials are finished, they need to be updated every 2 years. That's actually a rule in education. They need to be updated every 2 years. So, kahit one sentence, one new detail, you need to add that. I mean, times change very, very quickly. So, if there is a more relevant example to emphasize the point in the lesson, then it needs to be reintroduced. Clarify all stuff or problem in class. Like, is it teacher-student, or is it student-to-student, or student admin, teacher admin? Is there anything
like conflicts in, for example, in interpretation of this thing, like if there arises debates or what?
Well, kasi in college, it's a good point. Kasi in college, we encourage, and this is especially true for literature, we encourage discourse rather than resolution. So in high school, you were taught that there's only one answer to everything. But in college, we encourage debate. So in our course, in this discipline, because I teach literature and humanities, which is art, getting the students to think and giving them all the critical thinking skills that they would need for higher education, especially accounting, because you're to be trained in specificity and justification. Like, if you make this decision, what made you decide that? So I hope that the Gen Ed subjects will train you for it. And so there is no resolution intellectually because we want that kind of intellectual fighting. As for other squabbles, if it is, I'm also class advisor, so let me just think if I have ever if I've ever mediated in a squabble. Usually, if it involves cheating or backstabbing, all those petty things that kids fight about, I take them aside. I need to confront people or guide them with only those involved. And take them aside, counsel them. If it couldn't be remedied, I refer them to the guidance counselor. But I do have to take part in that because I accepted the appointment as class advisor.